I'm Chris Coble. Welcome to the program on a day that provides a rude awakening for thousands of Meta employees as the Facebook owner is beginning major layoffs. According to the Wall Street Journal, CEO Mark Zuckerberg acknowledged the company's recent missteps and says that his over-optimism about growth had led to overstaffing. But layoffs of Meta, which currently employs 87,000 people, are just some among many tech jobs currently cut in Silicon Valley. Twitter just fired over half of its people after Elon Musk took over the site, although the company is apparently trying to get some of them back. Over at Microsoft, 1,000 of over 200,000 employees are being laid off, and the world's largest online retailer, Amazon, has announced a hiring freeze for the coming months. Let's take a closer look at the matter with Alicia Garcia Herrero. She is the chief economist for Asia Pacific at Naxos Investment Managers. Welcome to the program, Alicia. Well, is it just the worsening economic climate and tech firms taking in less ad revenue that is to blame here?
Well, yes. I mean, clearly this is all about synchronized deceleration. So it is not only the US, it's Europe and China decelerating at the same time, and for different reasons. But this all affects, of course, tech companies because their motto is growth, and pent-up demand. They had done wonderfully after COVID and during COVID, because that's where we're all hooked in a way. But now the revenue isn't there. The household revenue is shrinking, and that's why they are suffering. But beyond that, there's also a sense of fatigue with households, with consumers, for what probably has become too much of a good thing, and that's more structural. So, I think there's two things to note. The cyclical, which may be solved if the economy bounces back when interest rates will come down again, and it's going to take a while. But the structural part, I think they should be worried about their model because, climate change, all of these new ways to think, people thinking about, other things that is not just tech, is something that is going to haunt them. Yeah.
So the tech sector is changing as a whole, has its challenges, certainly. I want to look at Meta here just for a second. What have been the individual problems at Meta that are now leading to so many people getting fired?
Well, this is because Meta really, they made a very humongously aggressive bet on the Metaverse. And, that hasn't really realized in the way they thought it would. And that's very important. The other thing that is happening to Meta is that, in a way, it's a visionary company. So beyond the Metaverse, they also tried to compete with the reserve currencies of the world, if you remember, with Libra, and it didn't work either. There's many attempts to disrupt that haven't worked well. And finally, and because I cover Asia, I have to say that there's also this illusion for Meta, but I think it's more general. But Meta has suffered probably the most is that they would have open skies. You know what I mean? That the internet would be open to everybody. Right. It is very clear by now, and this is China, that this is not going to be the case. I have to say something important. Only yesterday, China, it's basically Xi Jinping, reminded us of the importance of this internet of mankind, which basically means separating, basically creating an internet that is more protected. So that's not going to help Meta. Yeah.
Alicia Garcia Herrero of Naxos Investment Managers. Alicia, thank you.
Thank you.